You didn't think we'd come back again this summer?
They've been waiting. Got a lot of emails. Wondering,
exactly. Tons of
where we are.
Yeah. Email box is crammed. Where the hell are you guys? Well, the culture keeps on turning.
Yep.
And we have popcorn to deal with it.
I love this popcorn.
It is cheesy popcorn.
So good. So good.
It's insane. So today, later on, we got a movie called Beast of Yucca Flats, which is, I guess that's how you pronounce it, right?
Yeah.
Y-U-C-C-A?
Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
Anyway.
Is it Yucca or Yucca?
Yucca. Could be Yucca.
I don't know.
Anyway.
But it's a great movie.
Great movie. 54 minutes. Won't take up much of your time.
Yeah.
Sort of got a little bit of an Incredible Hulk kind of vibe, you know. But although, I don't know, the guy, it's like, does he really change that much? Doesn't he just have radiation poisoning?
Yeah, basically.
I don't know that it's really...
He doesn't change colors. I mean, it is in black and white, so I guess you can't really tell. But
even so, it's like they could have done... I mean, he's got just something that looks like maybe
mud.
burns or something like that. Anyway. But anyway, that's for later in the show. And we'll review a couple of current movies in theater, too. But first, let's talk about just random what's going on in the culture stuff. So.
Well, we can talk about I'm so handy.
Or we could talk about with aluminum foil.
Yeah.
So have you heard that song?
I haven't heard that one.
So that one's obviously, we're talking about Weird Al, of course, because he has this new album called Mandatory Fun. His album titles are never really that, attention grabbing, like Running with Scissors was one or something. But anyway, the parody of Lord's Royals, it's called Aluminum Foil, and it starts out just talking about how all the great uses of aluminum foil, and you're like, much better than Tupperware and all this stuff. And then like halfway through, it says, it's just like, oh, by the way, I've cracked the code. And he starts talking about shadow conspiracies and all this stuff, and you're like, where's he going with this? And then he goes, so I protect myself with a hat made of aluminum foil. Yeah. The old tin foil hat. But so brilliant, man, brilliant. But yeah, that one, handy, parodying Iggy Azalea's Fancy.
Yeah.
By the way, that is the ultimate handyman. If you ever find that guy, let me know. Yeah. He's got great affordable rates, and he does freaking everything around your house. So, and then the Pharrell, the Happy parody, Tacky. Yeah. I think there's one more, but
did you hear that he wanted at one point to do one of Paul McCartney's "Live and Let Die"?
Really?
He wanted to call it Chicken Pot Pie. But Paul McCartney said, "No, we can't do that because I don't want to, promote eating meat."
Oh my God!
Are you kidding me?
Yikes!
You had a chance to be parodied by Weird Al, and you passed on it because of that.
That was a long time ago that he wanted to do
Actually,
this.
it had to be in the 80s, probably.
Yeah, and
that's when that song.
Man, I didn't know he was a vegetarian that long. So that's interesting. Wow. I thought he just maybe became a vegetarian when he, I don't know.
Probably when they were doing acid in the 60s is when it happened. But
he saw a vision of a chicken saying, "Don't eat me."
Then Weird Al was quoted as saying, "Well, tofu pot pie wouldn't really work. So we're gonna have to pass."
Man, that would have been so awesome. Man.
Yeah.
Chicken pot pie. Please just do it anyway.
Yeah.
Just
Come on. How is Weird Al promoting anything? I mean, that's just so stupid.
He does sing about food a lot.
Yeah, he does.
He's just because he's always been like, he's never been like fat at all, always been thin. But I mean, he's got another song on there. It's I don't know if this is a parody, but it's just about basically just laying around and you having Cheetos on your shirt and everything while you're watching. Something about just really being really lazy or whatever. So almost always has something about food. I remember he had one about. He was eating so much cheese, he was constipated. He really gets into it. So, of course, "Eat It" is the ultimate, food song. But that was my favorite thing when he asked, Nirvana, when he asked Kurt Cobain if he could do "Smells Like Teen Spirit," I think. And he's like, okay, but your parody's not going to be about food, is it? And Weird Al's like, nope, not for this. So he's like, okay, go for it. So yeah, I gotta say I've heard all the songs on the album's pretty good stuff. I mean, if you're like, I guess if we're making a recommendation here, I am. But if you're like, if you get pissed off that half the songs are his original material and you can't recognize them as, he does more like style parodies on some of them, and some of the styles I don't really recognize. Some group they mentioned that I've never heard of that. But so I guess that. But yeah, maybe you just want to go for a couple of the singles then. But I think, but he's got this one like. It's a parody of a high school, fight song or whatever for your team or whatever. Mm-hmm. And the chorus is, "We're great and you suck. We're great." Good stuff. So
it's been around a while, and this is his first #1 album, I heard.
Really?
I heard it was #1.
Interesting. Huh.
So.
Well,
cool.
he certainly, and he did. I've heard he's got like 8 videos or something. I've only seen.
Yeah, like we released 8 videos in a week or 8 days or something. Yeah,
a video a day.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he met some new marketing, but I've heard of other people like Beyonce. Didn't she release like a whole album and they all had videos or something? Like every single. Of course, Lady Gaga's always big with the video. So I'm heartened to see that come back a little bit because I always like. Music videos. Oh, and we forgot the best freaking song on that album is Word Crimes, which parodies Robin Thicke's Blurred Lines.
Oh, yeah.
And it's perfect for an English teacher. And the video for that, I have seen that. And it's just, he's not in it at all. Somebody just designed all these weird little graphics. I'm sure he oversaw it, but it's got like, it's like a word video, but so you see all the lyrics, but they're kind of moving around according to, talking about the possessive or whatever, the meaning of literally. It's kind of goofy, but. Fun stuff. What else is going on? We got the summer TV, the shows that they, I don't know, either they're not good enough for there or they're like event shows. And of course, the one thing TV I think is a really good idea is going to this whole 12-episode format because, so many shows when they do like 22, they have so many clunkers in there. But like 24, they had a great, I thought that was a pretty good 12-episode run. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Yep.
Kind of a brutal ending.
Yeah, well, I mean, they hopefully are going to do another one. I guess they have to now because Jack gets, brought to Russia, or that's who was taking him, the Russians. So he'll get tortured again for a year and somehow get out.
Yeah, but, there's no promise of, like, certainly if the ratings had not been, I think the ratings were pretty good.
Yeah.
So there's a potential for another one, but there was no, like, promise that they'd get to do another one, and the movie thing seems like it's been impossible to do. So that would be a really bleak ending to the series that, our hero's being escorted off to Russia to be tortured and killed, probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess you could imagine he'd get free somehow.
Chloe will get him out, though. She'll go work with
there you go.
someone to get him out, I'm sure.
That one dude that we never really learned much about, the bald guy.
Yeah. The killer.
And then yeah, I mean, we're totally spoiling this, of course, so hopefully you've seen it, or you can stop listening now, but yeah, I mean, to freaking kill Audrey, too, man, I was really going into that thinking, are these guys going to be tough enough in a landscape that has Walking Dead, Game of Thrones, I mean, Breaking Bad, all these other shows that have come in since then where they kill people pretty regularly? I'm like, nope, they were hardcore. They killed his love of his life, and freaking the president is like, I'm never going to remember because I have Alzheimer's.
I know.
That was bleak, too. I'm like, geez, all the good guys kind of accomplished their purpose, but it's like they're all depressed.
Yeah.
So, and then Under the Dome is sort of our summer show, I guess.
Yeah.
It's just watchable. It's kind of goofy to me, but it's weirdly compelling, I guess.
It's getting weird. I mean, with the girl who, I guess, died in the 80s and now is back and doesn't remember anything. That's strange. And the mother is alive. She didn't kill herself, Junior's mother. And kind of knew everything that was happening drew it all in her paintings. And so I'm interested to see.
The whole dome mythology is being explored. Yeah, I don't know, the plot with the girl from the 80s seems a little bit like, I know what you did last summer.
Right.
So we kill somebody, then we keep the secret. But yeah, I think it's pretty well done. And old Barbie, he just keeps jumping from crisis to crisis, Yeah. I like how they just, pretty quickly broke up him and what's her name? Like, it's like they didn't seem like they were feuding that much. And it's like, oh my gosh, you're turning against me, Barbie, or something.
Yeah. Well, she was adamantly against
That's true.
The virus.
That's true. I guess when somebody's planning to kill off some people, it's kind of one of those divide. You're either on one side or the other. There's no in between on that one. So So yeah, good show. And then I've started watching The Strain. I don't know if you've seen that yet.
I haven't. I recorded it.
Only 2 episodes have aired. It's certainly worth checking out. It's got some, if you're into gore, it's got a little bit more. It's not like crazy amounts, but it's got more. It's one of those FX kind of. We're gonna push the envelope a little bit. The one kind of down, and it is a vampire thing, in case you're not aware. But the Guillermo del Toro is the creator, so it's got a little more kind of visceral, like the vampires shoot out this kind of thing that latches onto you and starts sucking the blood out or whatever. It's not just like the one of them does show somebody trying to bite somebody, but it's more this really more visceral thing. But then the lead guy investigating he's for the CDC, and he's just thinks he's investigating a weird virus, out there. The only problem with him is that you get these scenes of like he's going through a divorce and he's trying to get custody, and then he's an alcoholic, so he's going to. We don't care about any of that.
Yeah.
Get to the freaking vampires. Just do not waste your time with that stuff. So
yeah.
That's
real world problems.
That's worth checking out. Couple of books I could recommend. Mr. Mercedes, that's the new Stephen King one. So we're hitting all the elements of pop culture here. And then Gone Girl. I might have talked about that last time, but there's a movie coming out based on the book Gone Girl.
Yep, one of our students worked on that.
Oh yeah, you were telling me that. Yeah.
He was a location scout or something like that. So.
Cool. You don't know where that was filmed, do you?
Cape Girardeau.
Oh, nice. Because it's set in Missouri. That's right.
I believe so, yep.
I don't remember them referencing. They made up some other town, I think. But cool. Yeah.
It was cool.
Yeah.
Jeffco alums making things happen.
Making it big.
Well, I don't know if he's actually an alum. He transferred. So. But he went here.
You don't know if he got his degree?
Well, I really don't, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I know he took both my classes. That's all I know.
Are you an alum if you went here for a while and took some class? I guess, mostly it's for.
I think you have to actually get a degree to be an alum, right? Now, not to say you didn't have the credits to do so, but off topic.
Word crimes. Yeah. We're clarifying important distinctions here about words. So I don't know if we Cardinals lost again last night. It's like, what the hell? Sometimes the Devil Rays, is that who they get? Are they anything?
They're okay, but they're not doing great. But they got a couple players the Cardinals are supposedly looking to trade for. So why couldn't they made that trade 2 days ago? So.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess some people thought they'd go downhill a lot more without old.
Yeah, they're still, heck, they're
what's his name?
Game out of first place still or something like that, or maybe 2 now. I don't know. I'm not following. I don't follow the standings until the end.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of back and forth lately.
Yeah.
But people thought they'd kind of crash and burn without Molina, and they
they're treading water.
They're
winning some games too, so it's cool.
Keep it going.
So what about The Purge: Anarchy?
Oh yeah. I liked it a lot.
I liked it better than the first one.
Yeah. So in case you didn't see the first one, do you want to sum up the plot or should I?
I don't remember a lot of the first one, but you go ahead.
Well, I think both movies start the same way with this sort of crawl of let's explain how this is a decade, in the future. And apparently something's gone wrong to where, a new government sort of has been ushered in to deal with societal problems or been created, and they're called the New Founding Fathers. And they created an interesting little way to sort of deal with crime and maybe other societal ills. So the crawl, when you see the thing at the beginning, it says that crime is down a lot and unemployment's at like 5%. I'm like, well, we're at 6% now, or something. I don't know if we need to. Anyway, so they came up with this concept called the Purge, and one night a year, all crime is legal. You can have certain kinds of guns, class 4 up to class 4 level weapons or whatever, and so you can go around killing people and rob. That's the thing. They mostly show the killing. You see kind of an attempted rape in this one, but you don't see people trying to break into. I want some money. Anyway, mostly violence, and so with this one, the first one was like a home invasion movie. It was sort of dealing with what if one family who's battened down, and some people just hide for the night. They close their doors, lock everything up, and get reinforced security systems. But so that family had to deal with people breaking in, that kind of thing. With this one, it's more like, let's show what it's like if you're caught out in the streets or whatever when the purge is going on, and you don't want to participate. Although we have this one character who's not named until the end. I think in the credits they just list him as the sergeant or sergeant. I never heard his name before the end. Somebody just starts calling him sergeant. But his mission, he wants to avenge a dead child, and we don't figure out until the end. I won't say how the child died, but it's pretty clear early on that that's what he's doing, avenging a dead child. Although he doesn't tell anybody about it. I got something to do here.
Yeah.
But of course, as he's going on his mission of vengeance, he's ultimately a good guy. So he wants to, when he sees people in jeopardy, he tries to help them. And then things get crazy.
Yeah.
So did you have any complaints about it? Did you see any downside to it, or was it just total thumbs up, or best movie of the year?
Best movie of the year. I don't know. It is what it is. I mean, I wasn't going in looking for any kind of like profound awakening or anything. I've seen it reviewed and criticized, I guess, just for being violence for the sake of violence and not a huge point to it, I guess they were saying.
No, see, that's where I have a problem with it doesn't have a fresh rating on Rotten Tomatoes. But it's not horrible. It's something like 53%. And I did think it had a point. And some of them did mention that there was in it. They thought, some of me they criticized that they thought it had a point, but it got lost in all the gratuitous violence, whatever. But it really, to me, like what you see is that there's kind of this nefarious plot in the background that it's not just the game is kind of rigged even for people who are locked in and don't want to participate. Well, suddenly these paramilitary types start breaking into the place, and it's like you're poor, you can't protect yourself against that. You can't, you got maybe a gun and that's it. And then the one scene they see a stockbroker who's been strung up by apparently the poors, and it has a note on it saying he lost our pensions and now he's dead or something like that. So there was, and then to me the gun thing was sort of interesting. There's this one point where they have these rich people who have their own little game they play, kind of like they've created their own little live video game where you can have people to hunt or whatever. And she starts talking about this gun in almost like the person who's doing the auction or whatever the hell you call it. She starts talking about almost like orgasmic terms, kind of thing. I felt like there was kind of like maybe a middle finger to the NRA a bit with, although the good guys are using guns to fight back, so it's not a total repeal the Second Amendment. But I thought that, and then at the end they had this footage of like some little kid shooting a gun. I don't know. I thought it was subtle, but I thought that was there. And then just to sort of, at the end, I don't want to blow it, but there's a guy who is not talked about in any of the commercials, but there's this sort of peripheral character who does turn up at a key point in the movie, played by the guy who played Omar in The Wire. Got a scar. I think it's Mackay Williamson or something. Anyway, he's sort of saying that basically, the purge is a government thing to the poor suffer the most from it, and it's only the wealthy who can be safe, and so it's a way of sort of just population control, and of course, let's just remove the lower rung of society. So I feel like there was a social issue to be dealt with, and we hear all these things about growing divisions between rich and poor in the old U.S. of A. So I feel like there was a kind of angry undertone, which I appreciated. And also a good movie that I think has some social commentary, although maybe a little bit more basic of the other kind of idea is Rise of the Planet of the Apes. Were you a fan of that one?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
Good stuff.
Very interesting. The apes are a lot like us. What I took from
Exactly.
it. There are good apes and bad apes.
Yeah. And they have the whole, what's his name? The bad ape. I can't remember his name, but
I forget. Delphi or something.
Yeah.
With a K.
Even with him, it's not like he's not just like inherently evil. He thinks humans are bad because he was experimented on, and at one point he kind of points to all his scars he had from being a lab animal.
Yeah, lost an eye. One of his eyes is out.
Yeah, one of his eyes. So I just thought that was really well done. And of course, you got all that. You got Caesar played by Andy Serkis, who, if you got a digital whatever creation to do, he's your guy. He's going to be in the new Star Wars and everything. And he did Gollum, of course. And some people were even talking like maybe he should get an Oscar nomination. I mean, he never actually appears on screen, but they're capturing all his movements with all those little light bulbs or whatever the hell they put on those suits. So
yeah.
Really did a good job playing the leader of the apes, Caesar, and you see this sort of attempt to, obviously some people want peace in both sides, but then some people on both sides want to just say, no, let's just kill them. So
Yeah, right.
I think,
And they have to do another one, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because, we all know how Planet of the Apes ends. The apes end up in control, so we have to see, ultimately, how do they take control.
Yeah, I was trying to remember what the old movies were called. Wasn't there one maybe called, like, Triumph of the Planet of the Apes or something? I don't know. But, yeah, I feel like, well, yeah, because it's not really a planet right now. We've just seen this one little area.
Yeah, in San Francisco.
So, and I don't know if it's clear that if the virus, like, has gone worldwide and transformed apes everywhere, or if it was just this one small community that, in a localized, I don't know. That part I'm not sure about. But
that's what it seemed like, but they didn't really clarify that.
They had kind of a skirmish, pretty big skirmishes with the humans in this one, but clearly it seems to be set up for the kind of little bit of a cliffhanger that
the army's coming.
The full-on war is coming. Yeah, now it's not just going to be one little community. It's going to be, it's all.
Yeah.
Apes versus humans. They're going to start throwing feces at us. And then we'll see how tough we are. Yeah, that's one of the first movie I was just like, yeah, it's a good thing they came up with that whole the virus kills people kind of thing, because otherwise it was like, oh my God, we just mow them down. It doesn't matter how smart they are.
Yeah, right.
We've got like all these weapons, and it's like, but yeah, so they make it with most of humanity being wiped out by this simian flu, whatever the hell.
Simian flu.
Yeah. They make it plausible at least that people would be, and it's obviously it's get kind of a. There's all these movies with like the post-apocalyptic. We must just be imagining that this is going to happen. Like, so civilization is going to break down, and we're going to be like, oh my gosh, we don't have electricity anymore. We can't. That's the one guy had that great line about how the apes don't need any of the stuff that we think of as necessary, electricity and all that.
But they needed medicine.
Yeah, how about that, apes?
Yeah,
huh?
Got you there.
Guess what? We saved your ape wife by experimenting on that other ape. Whatever the hell his name is. That's where we got that medicine. Yeah. What did she have? Like the flu or something? Regular flu, I think. I don't know.
They never said.
But really, I just, you could obviously just do this as probably the one with Mark Wahlberg was just sort of standard popcorn thing.
Right.
But
let's just redo Planet of the Apes.
This one really had like its own voice, and I felt like they wanted you to care. Even like somebody like Gary Oldman, he's not really a big character in the movie, but he is sort of the face of like the militarized humans. Doesn't just feels like he doesn't really think much about just eradicating the apes. But they have this one scene where he's like, when the electricity comes on, and he like dials up his computer and he looks at pictures of his daughters that I guess are dead, I think, or maybe sons, I don't know, children obviously, and he just starts crying, and I'm like, man, like they didn't have to do that. He could just be the cartoon, kill those apes or whatever. But they all the characters, I thought, even the bad ones, they had their motives for what they were doing. They weren't just like very one-dimensional characters, which is I think rare for the old summer blockbuster. So kudos to whoever made those movies. You were. I know with the Purge, it's like the same dude doing the wrote and directed both those movies. So I think they had a pretty good, consistent voice there. But yeah, apparently a lot of people didn't like the first one just because it was so limited to a home invasion type, Purge situation. And with this one, you're like, somebody compared this one to like a video game. You're like running around the city, like all these obstacles to get to. You got to get to so-and-so's apartment or whatever.
I could see that.
Yeah. I don't play the video games. I don't know. But Grand Theft Auto or something like that, I can imagine it's like that. So, anywho, well, I guess that about covers it. A couple of movies I could just recommend because I've seen a lot this summer. Snowpiercer, that's another society's crumbled kind of movie. The weird one there is that they tried to fight global warming, so they like put something that cooled the atmosphere, but then it like crazy cooled it to where like it's total ice age suddenly, and everybody's dying off from that instead of the global warming. So they have this train that people can get onto. Yeah, it gets weird. And like these are the last survivors, and they're on this train. It just goes around and around all over the world. It's a weird concept, but it actually works pretty well. So there's basically, again, poor people at the back of the train. They're like, hey, why don't we go to the front of the train and kill the rich people, take their stuff, know,
Yeah.
eat something instead of this crap, this slop they give us or whatever. Neighbors, pretty funny comedy. I don't know, just that's really good stuff.
I haven't seen it.
Crazy, Seth Rogen, kind of goofy comedy. And then I can't believe I'm recommending this one, but especially if you have kids, the Maleficent movie is actually pretty well done. I was surprised. Yeah.
The what?
Maleficent. You didn't hear that one?
Nope.
So yeah, this is based on Sleeping Beauty. In the Sleeping Beauty cartoon, Maleficent's just like evil queen type thing.
Right.
It's played by Angelina Jolie in this one, and she's basically the thing that holds it all together. It's like they really did some. I mean, she looks weird enough to me to begin with. She's got these really weird cheekbones, but they really do some weird makeup and all that kind of stuff. So it's just basically it's sort of like fantasy, a little bit Lord of the Rings-ish, but for the younger side, I guess, but still some pretty good effects. So.
And Guardians of the Galaxy will be out soon.
Yes!
I'm going to see it tonight, actually. Sneak peek.
Really?
Yep.
Dude, because you're such a media mover and shaker.
We should try to, I wonder if we could get passes to those kind of things. But yeah, my buddy's wife's, her dad works for the Post-Dispatch, so he gets them.
Nice.
And he's not going for whatever reason, so.
We'll get
Should
there
be
early.
cool.
Those things are packed, aren't they?
Yeah. Yep.
When did I go to that? Were you there with when we went to? Yeah, you were there when we went to Kick-Ass.
Yeah.
That was crazy. I mean, it was like wall to wall in there.
Yeah, we had to get like front row seats.
And that was just for Kick-Ass too. So yeah, I expect that will be really wall to wall for that. I mean, because that's the big. It's so weird that it's like the biggest movie of the summer, but it's coming really. It's kind of like the last big blockbuster probably to be released. I don't know if there's any other.
Yeah, I don't.
There's this Lucy movie coming out Friday by with Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, that looks
So
interesting.
That could be something, but yeah.
And the last thing, have you heard about like the supposed leak of the Star Wars plot?
No.
Of the new one?
No.
Okay, well, this may or may not be true, but they say, the sources are good on this. That supposedly, like, the plot's going to be, it starts off with, like, Luke's cut off hand and lightsaber floating through space, and then it goes down and lands on a planet, and people find it and want to return it to him. I swear, dude.
Holy
Like,
cow.
that sounds insane. Like, I hope that isn't it.
And that's the whole movie.
Like, yeah, right.
The quest to return Luke's hand. And at the end of the movie, he's like, hey, I'm going to take off this mechanical hand and put my other hand.
Wouldn't the hand burn up in the atmosphere anyway? I can see it floating around in space, just like a cold, dead hand floating around. But,
And who thinks when
they then said something like that these people find it, then they run into like Chewie and Han Solo, and they recognize it as Luke's hand, so they help him.
Oh my God!
I'm like, that can't be true. That
cannot be true. That is weird though, because I've been catching up with Doctor Who. There's going to be a new season. Have you ever seen that show?
No, not really. I mean, here and there, but not a lot.
It's definitely acquired taste, and you basically run through some of the same plots over and over again. Oh yeah, alien invasion of Earth, blah blah blah. But and they had this weird thing where he got his hand cut off once too, and he can regenerate. I don't think they'd established this before that, but he was able to just regenerate his hand. But then some villain or somebody found his hand and saved it. So this sounds like something they ripped off from Doctor. And at one point, he gets his own hand back, and he's got it in this little jar or whatever. I'm like, why? Just throw it away, dude. Yeah, sentimental.
Yeah.
I love that hand. Had some good times with that hand. So, I mean, I hope that's not it. I mean, but I'm really, I don't know. I just feel like the whole decision to go with Harrison Ford and the old crew or whatever. Mark Hamill, Carrie Fisher. I really just hope somebody, said, okay, let's just pretend you're not an actor. Let's go back to acting class. And make sure.
Well, I'm glad they're in it. I mean, I don't.
You're into that, yeah.
Well, I'd like to. I'm not saying they have to be like the leads in it, but it'd be good to have them there.
They are kind of the leads, though, aren't they?
Well, I don't know. I've read conflicting things there that maybe they're in it, but they're
more
not.
Peripheral.
Yeah.
Well, I just thought it would be cool if you did a little, cameo appearance stuff and then passed it off to, maybe this will be kind of like Generations was for Star Trek, though, where you have the old and the new generation mixing and then they next. But I think if it really works, and those actors are all game. Harrison Ford, of course, will do anything. He's in freaking Expendables 3.
Yeah.
God, are you psyched at all for that?
No, I never saw Expendables 2.
No,
so
oh boy.
I probably need to see that in order to understand what's going on in Expendables 3.
You saved 2 hours of your life there, dude. I'll probably see the third one. The second one was so horrible.
I just love the preview. It was like, and Kelsey Grammer. Like, what Kelsey Grammer? How's he fit into this puzzle?
You remember how tough he was in the 80s?
He really kicked ass in Frasier.
He and Niles would just break up terrorist things every week. I gotta say, I really, and gosh, he's doing a freaking sitcom with Martin Lawrence. I mean, I don't know, maybe it's on FX or something.
Yeah.
But he was actually impressive. I'll give him this in the new Transformers movie, which I didn't even know he was in it, but he's like this black ops, whatever, CIA guy who's like, he wants to just kill he wants to kill both Decepticons and Autobots, but he also wants to he has this one kind of on the side that he uses to sort of as his sort of henchman or whatever. And he actually was kind of cool in that weird little role. And
I need to see that still, yeah.
And of course, he made a brief appearance in X-Men.
I was wondering if that was him, but you said it was.
I did actually look it up in the credits to make sure, because I thought, well,
because it just didn't sound like him, but it was so brief that it was hard to tell.
Yeah. Hey, Logan. Yeah. They kind of flash forward to the present. Anyway, so.
And one more thing.
Okay.
Before we get to the movie.
Tony Dungy? No.
No. You know I'm not a prude, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but network TV is just not family friendly anymore.
Now, we say network TV. Are we talking just ABC, CBS?
Yeah.
Okay, so give me an example.
Okay, the other night I was home, wife was out doing stuff, so I happened upon the new sitcom, I guess it's new, I believe it is, Mom, with Anna Faris. Have you seen that at all?
No, I have not.
Okay, well, don't worry about watching it. I was actually just waiting for Under the Dome to come on. That's why I was on CBS anyway, and there was no Cardinals game on or anything. So anyway, I'm just saying, like, this was on at 7:30 at night.
Mm-hmm. Goodbye Family Hour.
Yeah, which used to be Family Hour. Okay, in the sitcom, she meets some, like, fireman. In the time I watched it, they had sex. I mean, I guess that's not terrible nowadays. I mean, they didn't show them having sex.
Right,
it was afterward, but then, made a crack about it, the size of his penis. After they had sex, he smoked a bong. They didn't literally show him smoking, but like he lit it, then they cut to her, and then he came back and like smoke was coming out of his mouth. He talked about doing coke. He's like, well, do you do coke? She's like, no, well, I'll be right back. Then later on, he drives the fire truck drunk to come see her. Like, I don't know. I mean, I just thought that was a little over the top, but I guess anymore, I shouldn't expect the 7:30 at night sitcom to like be kid friendly anymore, huh? Because it used to be those would.
Yeah.
I know it's a new time and all, but still, I thought it was a little, like, all that stuff in one, and it wasn't that funny of a show either. Yeah. I mean, like, Always Sunny can have some things in, but that's actually funny. Like, this just, it seemed forced, and all that stuff was like, they're doing this just, to me, for, like, the shock value. They're not doing it because it's funny,
I think that's a Chuck Lorre, he's this dude who's created, or has produced, like, Two and a Half Men,
which is on like two, things later than that one.
And I think he does Two Broke Girls. No, he does Mike and Molly. I don't know if he does two.
Yeah, they're all on the same night.
Yeah, but Two Broke Girls is pretty insane too.
Right, I mean, that would be the other one I would bring up. Yeah,
that would be. I mean, it's just like, but that's like the female version basically of Two and a Half Men. It's like we're gonna put as much innuendo into every freaking episode as we can. So yeah, I mean, I still think there's a case to be made for maybe doing the 7 to 8 hour, have a family hour where you have two, that's not totally insane.
I guess as a parent, you just, have to, it's your job to make sure your kids don't stumble upon that stuff. And it's possible to do now with all the controls you can have on your TV and stuff. But I don't know, I just found it odd that, something that used to be, and I guess this is me coming from when I grew up, in the 80s.
Back in the day.
Yeah, it's just kind of foreign to me because I don't watch a ton of network TV anymore. I mean, I have my shows here and there, but I don't know, you watch like Community or The Office. It's not like that.
Right.
So that's why maybe CBS is kind of trying to be edgy, but it just caught me a little off guard. And like I wasn't outraged or anything, but I just found it odd that all of this content was in 1.5 hour episode at 7:30 at night when kids might be watching TV.
And I think part of the argument for people, I mean, apparently nobody's putting any pressure on them to maintain that family hour or anything. It's just kind of gone. I don't know if it was ever any kind of official policy, if it was just sort of they kind of loosely let's do this kind of like they all still even on like most cable shows, I mean, they'll cuss somewhat, but they're still not going to say certain curse words. I don't think they're required to do that, but they're just kind of like, well, unless we're HBO, we're not going to go into the hardcore.
Or if it's like 3 a.m. on Comedy Central, they'll
exactly.
stuff, but that's real late.
But I think the argument might be that, oh, well, everybody's got cable or whatever these days, and there's a multitude of choices. You can just flip over to Disney Channel or whatever. But that's not actually true. I mean, now mine was by choice, but until like a year or whatever ago, I had kind of just your basic channels and whatnot. Not that I worried about that kind of stuff, but obviously I'm single. But yeah, if you're just trying to get by and you don't have enough money for cable or whatever, and you're just getting the stuff over the airwaves or whatever the heck they get, digital signal nowadays, might be nice to have some time where you can sit with the kids and watch something and not hear the old size of the penis joke.
Yeah, I know. And the weed thing. I mean, that I thought that was funny because that's the first time I ever remember seeing a bong in a network TV episode.
They do the cutaway thing though. It is weird. I've seen.
Yeah, they didn't actually show him smoking it, but I mean, they did have the smoke coming out of it and stuff. Yeah. So it was as close as they could get to.
They just never. They won't do the actual. I'm gonna mime it.
And I mean, it should be legal, by the way. Kudos to Colorado and Washington.
Way to go, Colorado! Yeah.
But don't show it on TV.
Exactly. Come on, kids are watching.
Yeah. All right. Sorry, I'm off my soapbox.
Good.
Yeah.
Matt's rant of the day. We need an MM thing. Matt's mad or something.
Yeah. Mad Matt.
Mad Matt.
Mad Matt's rant.
Mad Matt. Oh my God, they're doing another Mad Max movie. I can't. Why?
I know.
Why? Yeah. Anyway, speaking of post-apocalyptic landscapes, well, sort of an apocalypse, and then a bomb goes off and creates an Incredible Hulk guy who carries around a giant Gandalf stick or whatever.
Yeah, this guy, on IMDb, it said he was some like Swedish wrestler or something like that, or something like that.
First name's Tor.
Yeah, Tor.
Gotta love it.
Yeah.
And then you've got our heroes, Jim Archer and Joe Dobson. One thing you're gonna notice about this is that it's got a weird narrator. I mean, like, he just freaking pops in all throughout the movie. Mm-hmm. And the one thing he's totally obsessed with is progress. Like, caught up in the wheels of progress. It's like, well, okay. I mean, it was a bomb that went off. I don't know that, and that was like, I don't know, it was just so random. It's like, I don't even think they were supposed to be there. It wasn't like, well, I can't even explain it all, but the movie will explain it. It gets a little twisted here and there, but it's very loopy, but kind of fun on that level. So anyway, Beast of Yucca Flats, stay tuned.
Joseph Jaworski, noted scientist, recently escaped from behind the Iron Curtain. Wife and children killed in Hungary. His aide carries a briefcase, secret data on the Russian moonshot. Joseph Jaworski's destination, Yucca Flats, and a meeting with top brass at the A-bomb testing ground. These men are also from behind the Iron Curtain. Two of the Kremlin's most ruthless agents. Their orders: get the briefcase, kill Jaworski.
Mr. Jaworski, get in the car. Flag on the moon. How did it get there? Secret data. Pictures of the moon. Secret data. Never before outside the Kremlin. Man's first rocket to the moon.
Don't hit me! What could go wrong with sending a morbidly obese man into the desert wearing a suit? He'll be okay. This is like a gentleman's gunfight. Wait till he fully loads the gun.
Is he hitchhiking?
Which way do I go deeper into this desert? Dirty bastard. Well, I don't think things could get any worse here, frankly. I mean, gunfight.
Yeah.
Guy dying in the desert.
Oh, what happened to his coat? Just ditched it? You should probably put it over your head so you don't get sunburned.
Exactly. Yeah, well, at least we know the worst is over here. Nothing else bad's gonna happen. We should be talking here, but the score is so...
Yucca Flats. The A-bomb.
Oh, I forgot about the A-bomb. Walked into the camera. Ah!
Still trying to grab his burning briefcase.
Must get irradiated briefcase. It's totally incinerated.
Vacation time. Man and wife. Unaware of scientific progress. Joseph Jaworski, noted scientist, dedicated his life to the betterment of mankind. young Joe Dobson, desert patrolman.
Officer,
Yeah?
there's a man dead. Back down the road.
Dead? How far down?
Couple miles, maybe more. Laying behind his car. Looks like he's been choked.
Joe Dobson, caught in the wheels of progress.
How? Thought he was just doing his job. I mean, investigating another murder. Got to get the CSI team in here.
Man choked to death. A woman's purse. And footprints on the wasteland.
Thanks for telling us what we just saw.
Yeah.
Fast
no.
walking. I just don't think he's the best cop.
He's got a nice badge, though.
That's true.
It's like
And he's got a hat.
Yeah.
He's got the Walker, Texas Ranger thing rocking.
God, learn how to drive.
I don't. It doesn't look like a standard
Touch
issue.
a button, things happen.
Yeah.
A scientist becomes a beast.
Yes. Every time you touch a button, that's what happens. Don't touch any buttons, dude. He's got his new rag doll here. Cradle that head.
That's disgusting.
He just wanted a friend.
Yeah. Start doing the tango. Like a Bugs Bunny cartoon.
Jim?
Be down in a minute, Joe.
Yeah. Better come with me. Trouble up the road. Murder. Be right down.
See you later, honey.
Jim Archer, Joe's partner. Another man caught in a frantic race for the betterment of mankind. Progress. Jim Archer, wounded parachuting on Korea. Jim and Joe try to keep the desert road safe for travelers. 7 days a week. Shock waves of an A-bomb. A once powerful, humble man, reduced to nothing. Joseph Jaworski, respected scientist, now a fiend, prowling the wastelands, a prehistoric beast in the nuclear age. Kill. Kill just to be killing. The mouth of the cave 1,000 feet up over jagged cliffs. A man murdered, a woman's purse. Jim and Joe picked their way upward to the mouth of the cave. One slip, and 1,000 feet to nowhere.
Well, there's the owner of the purse.
Yeah. Let's take her down. May still be alive.
Hey, she's still breathing.
Careful with her arm, Joe.
We still have not had a real close-up on these guys. Well, except the one dude, yeah. In shadow.
And Joe, here, feel her pulse.
Well, doctors can't help her. Maybe angels, not doctors.
What about a doctor who's an angel
Yeah.
secretly? Like on Highway to Heaven?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Touched by an angel? I don't know. I still buy my papers this way.
The newsie.
Look for some little kid in the streets. Beast kills man and woman. I had a little kid about that size cut my front one. Like, it's hot out.
Yeah.
He might hurt himself, but nah.
Vacation time. People travel east, west, north, or south.
We covered all four directions there.
Travel east. With two small
Sometimes they go
boys.
southeast,
Yeah.
southwest.
Nothing bothers some people. Not even flying saucers.
There's no flying saucers in this movie, dude. What in the hell?
Let's get some soda pop.
Yeah.
Hey, mister?
Mister,
do you mind if we
could you get off your
bother
ass and help us here?
Stop feeding Lassie and
Yeah.
fill her up. This is the past. We didn't pump our own gas, dude. Oh my God.
Boys from the city, not yet caught in the whirlwind of progress. Feed soda pop to the thirsty pig.
It's a gas station / debris field.
Coyotes, once a menace to travelers. Missile bases run them off their hunting ground.
No, we just chain them up.
How much I owe you?
$3.
$3. To totally fill up. It's more than that per gallon now, dude.
Mom, we saw some real pigs. Yeah, and a coyote.
Coyote?
Yeah.
Don't you be playing with coyotes. Now, come on. We're leaving. Come on.
Oh, we never get to have any fun.
We want to have coyotes too.
You just fed soda to a pig. I call that fun where I come from.
That is the good old days, man. It was free.
110 in the shade and no shade. Jim and Joe try to make their way up to the plateau. To reach the top, a man needs an airplane. A jump from a plane could land you on top. But the killer's not on the plateau. Hours in the broiling hot desert sun, with no trace of the killer. To put Jim Archer's paratroop training to good use is the only answer. A trip up into the skies and jump. And if the killer is on the plateau, kill him.
Hank, I don't see the boys.
I'll take a look.
Jim, shoot first. Ask questions later.
can't find them. What do you think we should do?
I don't know, Lois. Stay here, I'll go out farther. We'll find him.
Randy! Art!
Art? Randy!
Always on the prowl, looking for something or somebody to kill. Quench the killer's thirst.
I'd go for cover personally. Maybe there's no better. Run, Forrest. Oh, nice porn stash.
Yeah. Well, he hasn't asked any questions yet, so he's following the advice to a T.
Totally doing what he was told. The questions you ask later, after you shot the innocent dude running. What is it ricocheting off?
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm wondering. There's nothing around
there. I don't even know if he hit him, because this dude's walking around later in the movie.
Shoot first, ask questions later.
Even he wasn't like, this is a very moral dilemma. Should I be shooting? And should I be shooting from a plane? Is the question.
One of the questions I have to ask is, do I need to get glasses? I shot at him 50 times.
That was a weird edit.
By the way, I think they're taking a plane to get to a place that you're not supposed to be able to get to unless you have. There's a guy walking around there.
Ain't gonna be caught in the middle. An innocent victim caught in the wheels of justice.
Or stupid cops. Dude, I don't quite call that the wheels of justice.
Yeah, shooting first and asking questions later is not the wheels of justice.
Parachuting
in. A man runs, somebody shoots at him.
Don't run, people. Ever. I quit jogging for that very reason.
Okay, can you drag this out any longer?
They're blowing their whole budget.
Yeah.
Well, I just twisted my arm a little bit or something. Oh, that must be the dude who was shooting at me. Really, that dude has such a big head. How did he miss? Come on. Maybe I should get out of here.
Jim Archer, ex-paratrooper, trained to hunt down his man and destroy him.
He's doing a terrible job so far.
And if his man's not nearby, he'll pick some other dude.
The hunter and the hunted. With only a few hundred yards between him and the enemy, Jim closes in for the kill.
Time to explain, Lois. Stay here. The boys may come back. Gotta get help.
Joe Dobson headed north and met Jim. 20 hours without rest and still no enemy. In the blistering desert heat, Jim and Joe plan another attack. Find the beast and kill him. Kill or be killed. Man's inhumanity to man.
Randy, you think we're lost? Maybe. I don't know, Art. Maybe. Let's go. Randy, is that water down there? I sure hope so. My throat's dry. Mine too.
Will they die from the beast or the poisoning from the river? What's gonna happen?
That'll kill him in 30 years.
Yeah,
Lymphoma.
Exactly. It can last a while.
Yeah.
That's one of those coyotes.
Yeah. Don't be playing with them coyotes.
Where's the pigs?
Yeah.
Oh, there's their mom. It's like she doesn't, I don't think she says anything. Good glasses, though.
Yeah.
Taking a nap.
Is that Telly Savalas?
He let himself go.
The Players Club.
I think it's Marlon Brando in Apocalypse Now.
Yeah.
Are those kids? I don't have a collection of kids. I've got this girl, but... Too slow. Too slow. I'll get you, kids. Stay out of my desert. Oh, man. This is they're gonna look back at this as a fun little family vacation,
Yeah.
a little adventure. Time Dad almost got shot.
Fed soda to a pig. Found a beast in the plane.
Frankenstein chased us.
Yeah.
Randy? What? Where are we? In a cave, I guess. Come on, Art. Be careful. Think that old man can get us up here? Don't talk about it. Come on. Get back.
The beast, finding his victim gone, unleashes his fury. Hank and some helpful neighbors, the search narrows.
Jim, you all right? Yeah, I'm all right. Come on, let's go.
Joseph Jaworski, noted scientist.
Mom? Mom? Mom?
Well,
very good, very good.
The beast is dead.
Yeah.
Long live the mutant rabbit that fed off his body, I guess.
I know.
You did notice that it was the rabbit got bigger at the end, didn't you?
Yeah.
Big ears, I don't know. But yeah, that's the one thing I think is a little strange is that, for one, it's like you got these two law enforcement guys. They have the old shoot first and ask questions later.
They even said that.
Yeah, they say it a couple of times.
Yeah.
And it's sort of like, my first question would be, that I ask later would be, why did I listen to that guy who told me to shoot first and ask questions later? I mean, don't we investigate anything? I mean, this is pre-CSI days. We just like, if you see a guy running, he's got to be guilty. Yeah. Start shooting at him. But then even weirder than that is like they kill the guy and then it's like, they just leave the body laying around.
Yeah, I know.
It's the desert.
Right.
He'll melt or something. That is just so bizarre. I mean, I don't know. Well, we learned something, I think. Yeah. Don't be anywhere near when a nuclear A-bomb or whatever goes off.
No, jump in a refrigerator.
Exactly,
like Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
It'll just send you flying through the air, and when you land, it'll be totally cool. And then all you'll have to do afterwards, even though you're walking out into radiation debris or whatever the heck, just get a shower. Get a good, strong shower when you're done.
It'll wash all that radiation right
Wash that radiation right.
Use some Dial. You'll be good to go.
So, yeah, that was kooky, but, it was free.
Yeah. Public domain. You can't complain.
Public domain.
Can't complain about public domain.
That's our new line. I did wonder that. You don't know when the Twilight Zone came out, do you?
Like date wise?
Yeah.
I'd say 50s, but I don't know that for sure.
I felt like maybe that was what the narrator was, sort of doing a little Rod Serling kind of thing.
Yeah.
Caught up in the wheels of progress in the Twilight Zone. All right, folks. Well, thanks for stopping on by, probably at 2 a.m. when you randomly came across this channel.
Yeah.
flipping through all the channels on your,
Well, now with this new
system.
Charter digital box thing, I think we're only on one channel now, $9.89.
What did it used to be?
Well, it used to be $9.89 if you had the box. If you didn't have the box, it was 108.003.
Right.
But now it's just $9.89.
So you really just, I do this every once in a while. I'm going to look through every single channel to see what's on. Maybe
I think we're near like C-SPAN and stuff. So if you're into that, like, if you're into like watching congressional hearings and stuff, I think this fits right in with that.
Yeah,
and so,
it is so weird. When I had a very limited cable thing, which I had for years, and I only had like 10 or 15 channels, I would watch a decent amount of C-SPAN. And yeah, our channel was like not far down the line and just like, Book TV, okay.
Yeah.
What author is giving a reading today? All right, folks. Well, till next time, remember to keep popping,
Colonel.